The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate all you Tigers and Tigresses growling a problem with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow down 106, NASDAQ off 26, S&Ps are off 13. You get gold down 19, 20, platinum's off 19. Bond, that 144.27, bingo, hit. Over it today. We'll see whether it can hang over it. King Dollar's on the move, folks. She's up 39 at 80.24. Euros at 129. Euros toast. Get the peanut butter and jelly, no doubt about it. And you know, folks, depending on how long you've been listening to us, right? Unfortunately, you know, as life goes, it's terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's terrible.
That's right.
Okay. And this morning, what I'd love you to do, you know, we have all the Tigers and Tigresses out here. Well, I believe this may be our oldest Tigress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I met Ann Bill about 12 years ago, and great people, number one. But I got an email from Bill this morning, and unfortunately, Ann had a major stroke last week. She had a major heart attack this week. And, you know, if you can say as many prayers as you can, folks, and send a lot of great white light. What happened, you know, is that he had to take her off life support. You know, and they've had, you know, listen, you can say they've had a great life and all this, and they have. And,
sure.
And he's an amazing person. He's an absolutely amazing person. And she's an amazing person.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. You know, last time, I think, it was either her 90th or 100th birthday.
Yeah, it was her. I remember they sent the birthday picture.
We had a picture.
You were singing happy birthday.
Yeah, we sang happy birthday to her. I mean, let me tell you something, folks. You know, I've met a lot of people in my life, but when this couple came in, and they came to they came to a workshop.
Yeah.
And I think it was at the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Like in 2000. But anyway, please say a lot of great prayers and, you know, send a lot of white light. And as I just said, when I just walked in the studio to Steve, I says, you know, when you think, you know, you have any type of problems out there, well, remember, folks, okay?
Yeah, just put it in perspective.
What it's all about.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
For
so,
sure.
Bill, we're with you out there, and,
Totally.
you know, we're going to continue to stay with you.
Yeah.
We're really sorry, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, life is. You know what? It's unbelievable. You know, you're always trying to figure out, okay, well, what's it about? You know, and even though, you know, that card, well, it's not the card. I said, that's my saying is, you know, yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you going to do right now?
Yeah.
And it's easy saying that, but it's hard doing that. It's particularly hard doing that when something like this happens. You know what I mean? Well, it is and it isn't.
Yeah, it depends on whether you know, for me, I've always, no matter how bad the situation is, you know,
right.
I immediately try to change my focus to figure out what positive is there from there.
Yeah, no, you have to.
See, I would never ask anybody to do it.
You have to.
I would never ask anybody to do something that I haven't done.
Yeah.
You know, I told you I learned more from my father's death, from him passing away in my arms, than,
right.
You know, and so that, you know, is a pretty extreme up there.
Oh, no, it is.
But then to be able to, you know, there's obviously a lot of sorrow, all that stuff.
No, it absolutely is.
You always have you know, it's like a market. There's a bull and a bear. You always have two choices in life.
No.
You know,
absolutely.
and you just simply, and, you know, what's interesting, we talk about it, but I was talking about it even on today's show, you know.
Yeah.
Just simply trying to correlate, linking known to unknown, you know, which season follows winter, you know, which is spring.
That's right.
And the importance of, you know, a lot of times what happens, whether in life, whether it's trading, whatever it is you're doing in life, sometimes what people won't do is they'll just I use the word lollygag. You just ponder. You just spend too much time.
That.
And time slips away. You know, and if you ponder too much, you lose the opportunity to plant the seeds.
That's right. That's absolutely insane.
You can't plant the seeds. You can't grow. Then you got to wait for another, you know, a whole nother season or year.
You do not want that to happen. No.
You know, so I always think about that the movie then that we saw. You know, about time.
Right.
You know, where instead of using cash to pay for things, you know, we're using time, and then you really would be deciding how are you going to spend your time. And it's really what people should. It's not really spending your time. If you considered that, you know, when you spend, it's gone, right? But if you were really investing in every moment and taking as much in, you know, maybe it helps people just to kind of take a... Still doesn't take away from a great loss.
No, but that's what you're supposed to do. There's no, you know, if I learned anything, okay, now this gets interesting. If I learned anything about death, what I've learned is this. is that if you pay attention to people when they're alive, right?
Yeah.
That death is much easier.
Yeah.
It just is.
Oh,
it just is.
Yeah.
Where the problems come in is that if you did not do what should have been done.
Yeah.
That's where you can have some real guilt problems. That's where you can have some problems. But if you take care of business, meaning just
it just always be present wherever you're at.
Right. That's
the thing is, if if you are somewhere and then all you're doing is daydreaming.
Right.
And not being present with the existing.
That's right.
Be present with the existing moment. If you don't like that moment, change that.
Yeah, right. Right. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. Those are my words of wisdom.
That's a beautiful
morning.
Hey, it's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at this market out here, folks. So what we have is this. So we'll start out with the Dow. You take a look at that Dow. And they put the nice T's on it the last few days. And I can tell you, folks, the way this market's trading, what I mean specifically is this. You get the highs first with light volume. They hang up there for a long time. Market tries to save itself each and every day. Bottom line, that's a prescription for disaster. Because I've seen, it's interesting, whether it's patterns and, you can teach all that pretty much. But you need cycles to understand how they unfold sometimes.
Yeah.
Because when they and let me tell you something, when they unfold like this, folks, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because it's just enough for the bulls and bears to be paranoid.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. And those are the ones that boom, then they come out of nowhere. You know.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. Apple still is nothing.
Yeah.
The Qs yesterday, that's what I want to see. Okay, so the Qs yesterday, they were banging on the bottom floor. See, the Qs couldn't get back inside the higher range. And that's a big heads up. That range there, just that 66.45, 64.45 is a number.
Well, it was coming into also the Qs were coming in to the March 6 swing point with volume. So,
right.
And that was really that was the first move down.
Yes.
Only lasted a couple of days,
but
it was really the first bang.
That's right.
Down there.
That's
and yesterday rejected it on price, but it did not reject it on volume.
Right. And if which is really cool, which if we just do this is where this gets really bizarre, folks. If you do the channels, right, and when you see this, you do the first. Whoops. You do the first channel. You can see all it actually had done is go to the top of the channel.
Yeah.
Had lighter volume, couldn't handle it. Now watching you do the second channel, it did the same thing.
Yeah.
Now this gets really so cool. And if I do
that is pretty cool.
Oh, when you see this, this is what markets love to do.
This is pretty cool.
And you do the third channel.
Yeah.
What we're doing, folks, is this. When you take a look at the aspect. The first channel on the Qs, your high there was 69, right? Well, what ends up happening? You hit a high with 44 million. Now watch this. Bingo, you're down with 53, okay?
Right.
You go back topside with 40. Oh, what happens? Oh, you get down with 69. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You go back topside again, you get there with 37, and bingo, you're down with 53 and you're down with 107.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy how that works?
Yeah.
That's that's pretty intense, man. And so that sets up 63.86 in a heartbeat.
So what I want people to get out of what we also just looked at on the Qs was, Apple really didn't have the volume yesterday.
No.
But the Qs came down to the swing point with volume.
That's right.
So it just shows you the other
underlying selling.
Yeah.
Huge underlying selling.
Which is if Apple ever does or when it does give it up.
Yes.
It's, good night, Irene.
Good night, Irene.
Yeah.
We love you, Irene, but it's good night. And gold. Let's go to gold. You take a look at gold out here.
$20.
Bottom line is that she's building ahead of steam. And once you're almost into the lows out here. So it's just a matter of how you're going to get into the lows. Now the highs of the lows are 1563. What we did do in the GLD yesterday is you took the B point out, you took it out with volume, and so GLD, that ABC, the low of December, folks, is 148, but the ABC structure is 145.
Yeah.
So that's
what folks should realize is that right now, if you take a look at the high of December 29th in the gold contract, you're up at 1563, basically.
Yes.
Like you were saying.
Right.
You're trading out right now at 1585. getting to that is just a breath.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You know, a heartbeat.
Totally.
So,
Totally.
you know, you got to, that's going to happen. It's inevitable. Probably happens today.
Yeah, it could. It could. No doubt.
If your king continues to.
Oh,
if your king continues to go to the dance.
Let me tell you something. The king is on a roll, you know, and we're still only up 50 cents. But she's not only rolling.
She's testing the highs.
She just broke the whole trend from 81.16, so that puts 82 on the agenda. And bottom line is that at 82 on the agenda, if we take out 82, 89 is game.
Yeah.
You know, and the euro is done.
Well, 80.38 was the swing point high from April 6th.
Okay.
Traded up to 80.39 just a few minutes ago.
I love it. I know. And the bonds. See, the bonds, folks, when you put all this together, the bonds are screaming, okay, that the 10-year already took it out. The 30-year just took it out. That's fear. That's, you know, they're just piling in that market, okay?
Yeah.
And when you put that together with the king dollar going and the commodity markets, meaning they're getting smoked, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, how long it's going to take for the S&Ps to get smoked. Because they're certainly not smoked yet.
No.
You know, this is nothing. This is nothing compared to what, you know, you're going to deal with for the next 3 months. Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
Hey, thanks for all that white light you're doing there for your Tiger and Tigresses. You did it for my father, and he's doing unbelievable.
That's so cool.
I would just like to say, unfortunately, there was somebody lost a loved one, and when we put them to rest, you know, I always, in my mind, I always think, you know what, this is a celebration of life. Funeral just seems like such a gloomy name.
Yeah, you have to. Absolutely, Rick.
You know
I
what
love
I mean?
that word, celebration of life. You're absolutely, man.
I mean, really, that's what it's all about.
Oh, it is. No, you're absolutely right, man. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, you stay right there. We got Rick from British Columbia, Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses. We appreciate you being out there. We have the Dow right now down 152, Nasdaq off 34, S&Ps are off 15, gold's down 18, platinum's down 19, bonds are up 15, and King Dollar's up 52. We're going to be right back, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume and the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com.
What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on grows. If you're committed to becoming an extraordinary trader and investor, then make mastery your outcome. Yes, my best student, Steve Rhodes, became my best teacher. But even more important is what he's taught me, and the time is now for you to take advantage of his knowledge.
Thanks, Tom. I've learned that it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. I want to teach you the consistency that exists in the stock, futures, forex, and commodity markets day in, day out. For one solid day, Friday, May 18th, I'm going to conduct an online master trader course that'll teach you how to buy and sell the D point. This one pattern alone, with the single best entry and exit techniques, when combined with my money management strategies, will create extraordinary rewards for you and your family. The course will be archived so you can review it as many times as you'd like, and it'll teach you to become a master. All the details are on the homepage at TFNN.com. Sign up today because mastery is one click away. It's your decisions, not your conditions, that determine your destiny.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. We have the Dow right now off of $1.80. Nasdaq's down 43. We got the S&P's off 18. We're talking with Rick from British Columbia.
Hey, if you can start, I want to ask you about the IWM, but I just want to show you something on the SPX 2-year weekly, if I could.
Okay. The cash S&P, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you see we had that head and shoulder pattern right in the middle of that chart there.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Yep, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I remember telling somebody, I said, I remember Bud always reminds us, okay, there's head and shoulders all over.
Right.
But anyways, so now we went down to the 1100 level and then back to the neckline, and then if you look at the volumes, everything above the 1250, 1260 level, we did on fumes, QE2, QE, whatever.
Sure.
And now, if we just go to the IWM, and I phoned you about a week or two about that, and it didn't, when I phoned you, it hadn't quite completed the head and shoulder pattern, but now it's lined up just perfect.
Yeah, it is.
And very often, at least you go that minimum distance down and more, but then very often you get a counter trend bounce back to the neckline. I mean, and that works just about all the time. So I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, and so if you look at the IWM, folks, I mean, what's screaming to me is that you have a high volume low. I just love high volume lows or highs, but $60 is screaming. Yeah. October of 2011. In fact, if you watch, I mean, if you're not watching Tiger TV, let me explain it to you, folks. Right, the price bars are at the top of the graph, right? The volume bars at the bottom of the graph. You could absolutely be in the first grade and look at the volume bars and say, okay, wow, why are all the high volumes down at the bottom?
Sure.
It's because, folks, that's where the market wants to go, and that's where the sellers basically distribution at highs, and they're going to jam this thing. So.
Yeah, just like the FXE at 120, 122, which I think correlates with your $89. So.
I'll tell you something, man. If we go to $89 on the S&P, I mean on the King Dollar, watch out. And listen, I think we're going on a longer term basis there. But if we ever go right now, oh baby, because the acceleration, the market hasn't even taken the dollar hasn't even moved yet.
It hasn't.
It's gone up 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Unreal. Cooking, brother.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
So the Dow, the two top holdings in the Dow, the biggest dollar leaders on the downside. IBM down a little over $2. Caterpillar off $2 as well.
Yeah.
So that's what's putting some of the downside juice into the market.
Oh yeah, and if we, McDonald's yesterday McDonald's was getting toasted and roasted. So let me just see what. And that was coming down with volume. Look at it, man.
Wow,
yeah.
wow.
McDonald's, man. You know, there's an indication she's going after. Now, this is what you can grab out of McDonald's, folks, okay? You have...
you lost your mic.
Oh, did I?
I think so. Yeah, I just got the clip on it. No wonder. No wonder we're echoing. We're sorry. Yeah, we're Tiger TV. There we go. It's kind of like, hey, wait a minute.
Okay, sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
there's that deep voice.
Yeah, so what McDonald's is doing is this. McDonald's going back to November 12th. It is coming back, though, with a vengeance.
It is.
Okay? Now, if McDonald's breaks that area, which looks like it's gonna, that is another heads up that, okay, just start looking at other large caps, okay, and watch out, because you know you're talking about a very fast. Well, it's a 15% move down, you know. So
yeah, well, and McDonald's has a high volume going back to the September 8th area. So you're looking at $90, $89 type range. You're 91.72, so that's going to get hit.
No, totally. Hey, talk to me. So you have until May 10th.
Tomorrow.
And see, I know how I know in May 10th, folks. It's my anniversary. So I definitely know May 10th.
Yes, you do.
And for the special promotion deal that Steve's doing for his Master Trader. So
yeah.
The Master Trade is May 18th, right?
May 18th, so it's not this coming Friday, it's the following Friday. Had a number of great emails, from folks that are listening. Some were coming from people that said, I really would like to understand technical analysis. I've never used a chart before.
Okay.
Because we call it the Master Trader course.
Yeah.
They're thinking that, geez, it's too much for them. It's like too big of a step.
Okay, right.
And really, all that we're doing there is I'm teaching you how to master a specific chart pattern.
Right.
So you don't have to. This is the chart pattern that if I were starting from scratch, this is what I would want somebody to be able to teach me. Number one, because it's the easiest pattern out there, and the reason why I say it's the easiest is because you allow the market to do 75% of the work for you.
Yeah, no doubt.
As opposed to you having to do 100% of the work. When you can get somebody to do 75% of the work for you, that's leverage.
Phil, you stay right there because I want to talk about this, because what's so cool, is as we've gone forward, meaning the last 15 years, I want to give you just a time frame of what has happened, and it's because we're getting it more together and having to understand that this is what can people make money.
Yes.
This is where the money management is.
That's right.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've always thought about trying out his newsletter, Market Insights. Well, now is the perfect time. For a limited time only, when you sign up for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights, we'll send you a free copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. If you decide to cancel within the 2-week trial period, pay absolutely nothing and keep Tom's book as a free gift from us. Tom sends out his daily newsletter each morning by 9:30 a.m. with trade recommendations, including price targets and price stops. As recently as March 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out a position for more than a 25% profit in just over 2 weeks. To get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights, along with your free copy of The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Supplies are limited for this one-of-a-kind special, so act today and don't let this opportunity pass you by. Offer only valid for new subscribers. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report, with over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar. The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow right now down 153. Nasdaq's off 37. S&Ps are off 15. And what we're talking about, folks, is that Steve's doing a Master Trader Series a week from this Friday. A full day online. No matter where you are in the world, folks, our technology is incredible. You can jump on. You can take it. And specifically, you know, as you were saying, that you don't have to know, when technical analysis first come in. Well, yeah, let me give you just kind of a rundown of the last 15, 18 years here. When I was always giving courses,
yes,
I would literally go through, first you go through the candles and the bars,
yes,
and then, the swing points, and so picture that was I've done 3 books so far, okay?
Right.
And what ended up happening really in the last book, and that's what I was really so psyched about, because people only have so much time.
Yes,
it's
right.
Different with you and I. I'm in front of the screens all the time, have been for years. Okay, so what ends up happening is that you have to learn. You have to, that's just how it works, right?
Yes.
But what I really got to understand is that the way that you can actually bring that knowledge to someone else, that skill set, is don't have as much subjectivity inside anything.
That's right.
And that's what we're talking about.
It is absolutely.
So, what you're talking about, folks, is that X has to happen. If X happens, you go to Y. If Y happens, you go to Z. If Z happens, you go to A. If A happens, and there's only, there's 5.
It's really, it's a set of about 4 or 5 rules,
right,
that you follow. And that's where it doesn't matter what level of trading you're at. It doesn't matter what level of skill set you're at.
No, it doesn't.
But the folks, because we call it Master Trader course, just that word master, has people thinking, oh, wait a minute, I don't have the skill set yet.
No, I'm with you.
In order to,
right,
so it's springtime,
right,
opportunity to plant the seed,
right,
to really grow, to really understand the pattern that's out there. And so as I was really doing the larger, when I was the 2-day session with folks, and there was much like your course. Over 2 days, a lot of information that you want to be able to share, to be able to teach people, to show them.
That's right.
This was the one that was that easiest for people to understand.
Right.
The light bulbs absolutely went off.
Right.
And when you applied, just letting the market communicate to you, waiting for the pattern set up.
Yes.
Let the market then communicate to you. Doesn't mean every trade was going to work out.
No.
Most of them do, though. And when you put that money management piece of it behind it,
it's huge.
It became so much easier. So
Huge.
It's,
And folks,
beautiful.
so you have until tomorrow to get the special promotion. It's a couple $100 off, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
exactly.
Check it out on the front page of TFNN. Let's go to Frank in Richmond, Virginia. Hey, Frank, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Hey, Steve. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding, man. Appreciate it.
I was just wondering about DSLV. I've been in it for a while, and I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on this as a vehicle as compared to VSL for shorting silver.
DSLV. This is velocity shares, 3 times inverse correlation. I guess as long as you can get in and out.
Yeah, it's the liquidity more because you're dealing with 100,000 shares, 90,000 shares. What's the ZSL?
Like right now, this has a 5-cent spread, so that to me is a lot. Now it's a 6-cent spread. Do you know what I mean?
I see. So you would stick with the ZSL, I guess, if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, 6 cents is a fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it may not sound like a lot, but 6 cents is 6 cents. I mean, buying and selling thousands of shares, that's a lot of bread. So if you go to the ZSL, it's only a penny.
Right. Yeah.
And you're dealing with a lot more liquidity. 2 million, 3 million, 4 million shares a day,
right,
versus 100,000 shares.
One thing that I was wondering about these leveraged inverse funds is the highs and lows don't always seem to correlate with the underlying product that they're
correct.
They don't supposed to.
Is that right? So I mean, like if silver hits a new low, which I guess was
this is what you have to do. You have to go over to TFNN, right? And you're going to see right on the front page, Frank, right? It will say under ETF, right? There's 3 white papers there. And folks, any of you folks that trade any of the leveraged ETF products, please read these. They're unbelievable white papers. They'll explain to you, and you'll really understand how the product works. See, the way that works, Frank, is this. Is that because they reset each and every day, okay? The correlation, and that's the correlation you have to wrap around your head. They reset every day. So at certain times, a double ETF, okay, can actually go up more than 200%, or a double ETF can actually go down less than 200%. And the way it works is this. When you're on a streak going up, here, I'll give you an idea. We'll go over to DUST, D-U-S-T. DUST is the direction shares 300% bear product, okay? Well, DUST has just gone from $30 to $61, okay? Now, when you look at that, you say, oh, my God, the gold hasn't gone down that much. And it hasn't. What has happened is that it has gone down, however, on a continual basis. So it's compounding the number. And as because gold is going down, but it wasn't going zigzag down. It was going down every day, just a little bit. The product itself compounds on the way up, and then they get defensive on the way down. But just go over to TFNN, pull those papers out, read them, and you'll really be able to understand exactly how it works. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go to Susan in Boca Raton. Hey, Susan, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Hi, Tom and Steve. How are you?
Doing great. You having a good day out there?
I am. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Was on BPT. This is a stock I watched a long time. I had it a long time ago, sold it, and I think it's down into its lower range, and want to see if you think it'll go to 90.92.
Okay, let's take a look at it. This is the Prudhoe Bay Trust, folks. The symbol is B as in boy, P. Paul, T. Thomas. They kick off a stream of income. Right now, it's the yield is 9%. Oil and gas out of Prudhoe Bay up in Alaska. The low is $96 for this year. The high is $129. And if we bring this, let me put this. So put this on a couple of years. Yeah, a 116. Yeah, it's. Let me put it in 5 years, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't be biting just yet, because what you have.
What was your price target, Susan?
90, 91, 92, that area where it's that high volume.
Yeah,
high volume.
She'll come down there. This in itself, just so you know, I mean, I know the higher the price of oil, the more it kicks off. That's correlation. Of course, right now, oil's backing down, and okay, so now I get this on a monthly. So what's that right there? Yeah, there you go. I see. Look at that. Look how smart that Tigress is.
There you go. See, I've learned a lot.
That's right there. No, you know what she's looking at, folks? This is so cool. She's looking at, that's right, March of 06. Oh, my God, $89.80. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, good. See, I've learned from you guys. Thanks so much.
It's a beautiful thing. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And, when you talk about these trusts, right? Wall Street Journal today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out, folks. Wall Street Journal today, builders constructing REITs for home rentals. Investors can buy malls, apartment towers, timber forest, even cell phone towers to real estate investment trusts. Now add to the single-family homes transformed into rental properties. Beazer Homes, folks. Beazer, of course, for the home builder, got together with KKR.
Yeah.
And they're going to, now what they've done is this. They're going to form, what the article's about, they're going to form a public REIT. Beazer right now has contributed 192 single-family homes in Phoenix and Las Vegas. And what they plan on doing, so if we go to page 10...
Do you think they listen to our show here? They got to be listening to the Tom O'Brien show.
I think they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so what their goal is, folks, is that they're going to do rental homes. And right now, they're only in Phoenix and Las Vegas. And it says... and they plan on going to at least one other yet identified market. Within 2 years, Beazer said the rental homes under the new REITs could control single families in the thousands. Who else is involved? Well, who else is trying to get into business? Paulson, Starwood Capital, Zeph Capital. The bottom line is that I suspect, I'm hoping they stay out of Florida for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
But what you have here, folks, is that there's a whole business out there, and it is a new business. And what that business is all about is about property management, is the single-family market, is cash flow positive.
That article just shows just how smart you are.
Well, we'll see. Listen, the key is, and what Steve's talking about, folks, we opened a fund, a real estate fund, and if you are an accredited investor, see, those guys are accredited investors.
Yes.
The institutions are getting into this ASAP. But if you are an accredited investor and you're interested in the real estate market, you can email tigerfund@tfnn.com and be happy to send you more information. What will happen is that on July 6th, the actual securities law changed from 1934.
Yes.
So on July 6th, what you'll actually hear me say, I'll actually put the whole, I can actually put the whole business plan out.
Yes.
Like when you're on CNBC, or all those fund managers, the reason you can't put the whole business plan out when it's a private fund is that you just can't do it.
Yeah.
You can say you have a private fund and that's it. But bottom line is that the new Jobs Act bill changed that. So it's going to be interesting. But that business there, folks, I think it's a great business.
Absolutely. And, it just makes all the sense in the world. And, have we been suggesting maybe you take a strong asset like gold, and instead of holding on gold, you at least take a portion or something or all of it and put it into the weak asset?
I did it.
Well, I know that. We would never ask people to do things that we don't do.
Right.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Just would never ask people to do that.
Right. That's what
I love about us.
No, listen. We did it, and let me tell you something. All you're doing. See, let's do the numbers for a second. I've done this on CNBC and I've done it here, but I want to just walk you through these numbers for a second. And granted, we got in the gold market very early, okay? But that's where I'm figuring the real estate market right now. We get in when no one wants to get in and no one believes it, okay?
That's right.
So we got in gold at 282. Let's say we average out at 300, right? 325, whatever.
Yeah.
You get 100 ounces of gold, $30,000, right? We move them out at 1450. Went to 1900, big deal. At 1450, you take 145 grand. The 145 grand, folks, okay? At that point, Okay, and this is a real deal. At that point, $500,000 house, well, actually, $1.2 million house, what do you think you get it for? $500,000. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bang! Swap that out. What do you think that's going to be worth in another 10 years? What you just did? Well, if you have to do two of them. So you take $60,000. This is $600,000. You get 1.2. You've taken $60,000 to 1.2 million in 20 years.
Yeah.
Let's go to Robert in Saratoga Springs. Hey, Robert, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Fantastic. Yeah,
cool.
Can't complain. So, I just GDXJ. I just wanted to see if that would qualify as maybe possibly a 3-drive to a bomb.
Let's take a look. You get GDXJ and all the what is happening, folks, is these golds are moving right now. This is the Market Vector Junior Gold Miners ETF. Let me just see something here. I'm just really curious as to what's in here. First, I want to see what's in here, folks. The reason I want to see what's in here is that some of these small miners are going to be going out of business. Okay, so I see what's in here. Because this is going to be what you're going to have here. No, I wouldn't touch it. It might be a 3-drive at the bottom, but I wouldn't touch this thing.
And it's really when you're doing those 3-drive patterns, what you don't want to do is force them. And so it's really important, Robert, that your time sequence be relatively similar. I mean, real close. In this case, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was looking at completion of an ABC down this morning at the 1953 or 19.
Yeah, they listen. They've done. They have the XAU, the HUI. They all completed 1-to-1 ABC downs. Yeah.
Okay. So if I see one of Steve's bullish engulfing, I've got my stop. I just entered this morning near the low. So.
Okay.
If where will you put a stop in?
I wouldn't be buying it.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I just if I see one of Steve's bullish engulfing, it'll make me feel a little more comfortable. At any rate, I just moved my stop up to the break even. So.
There you go.
Yeah. Because if it doesn't hold this area, $17.65 is your.
What? I see that.
Yeah. And Robert, what you should do is this: I would go hunt some more gold stocks. You are in something. Some of these juniors are going to be out of business. Okay.
Okay.
And they're going to be out of business in the next 5 or 6 months. See, what happened is this, and the 2008 downdraft. Okay. They couldn't get any more money. Well, that's happening right now. No one wants to give any money. I'll give you a great, for instance, go over to Jaguar Mining. You want to see Jaguar Mining? Jaguar Mining right now is at $1.58. It was at $8 and wanted to get taken over. They blew it. They didn't want to even deal with them. Well, you know what? Now that thing is down there, and they better, they'll get cash, but they're going to get cash at $1 a share. Give me a break. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pezzavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow down $130. Nasdaq's off 29. S&Ps are off 12. Volume-wise, what we have out here, let's take a look at it. You got you get volume. You get 224 on the NYSE, and on the Nasdaq, you get 580. Yeah, she's gonna do well. That would be the NYSE will probably do $1 billion, but the Nasdaq's gonna be pushing 2.3 billion. Let's go to Tom in Phoenix. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Morning, guys.
How you doing, man?
Doing well, thank you. I have a question on ZSL. I know you just talked about it a minute ago, but I see they're doing a reverse stock split on Friday.
Okay.
It seems that when a lot of the doubles and triples do their reverse splits, they tend to head down right afterwards.
No, that's not the case. That's not factually the case. What does happen is this, and this is where the is it a 2-for-1? What is it?
It's 1 for 5.
Oh, 1 for 5. Okay, so watch what happens. What happens there, folks, is this. When I was talking about the pro shares before and the direction shares, and how they compound on the way up and get defensive on the way down. So what do you think is going to happen when it goes 5 for 1? That means we're going to be dealing with $65, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So what happens when you compound $65?
Well, it could go a lot higher.
No, they move faster. That's all it happens.
Faster, wider.
They just that's I like these at this price versus the $60 price. I'll tell you, I've rode them from 20 to 60, but when they get to about 60, I don't like them. And the reason I don't like them is that, man, you got to be so fast on them. Do you know what I'm saying? That, so, and see, this is, if you read those papers, what you're going to really get to understand, which is cool, is this, is that when they come down and they've been getting killed, right? That's the time that they're awesome, because they're not going down 200% and 300%.
Yeah, right.
Because they get defensive and the shares keep selling off, so. That's so what I would do, I mean, if you're in it anyway, I mean, let's go over to the silver for a second, because the silver's coming into its lows, I mean, if I was shot the silver thing right now, I'd be getting ready to, close it up anyway, man. You get a little bounce here. Silver has been stronger than gold, and the silver stocks have been stronger than the gold stocks. Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. The thing that's going to be interesting is that the way that the market is set up right now with good old King Dollar. We saw that people are coming in and they're biting on these gold stocks, and I looked at a few of them, folks, and I wouldn't be biting right now. This is, and I can tell you even from the calls coming in, when the buy is in gold, you're not going to have one call for a couple days. That's when the buy is going to be. They've done this a few times thus far, meaning, and what I mean when the gold stocks have done it, they've burst it up a little, right, and then they can't handle it.
Yeah.
And just the way that they're trading right now, all they're doing right now is filling the gap from 2 days ago. So, we'll see where it shakes out. And, when Steve and I was talking, I can make the fundamental case for sure that larger operators are getting out of bigger stocks and saying, okay, what's got killed the gold stocks, and we get into that. I can make that.
For sure.
There's no doubt about that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're saying, silver has been stronger than gold.
Yes.
And so on both the silver and the gold chart, folks, I've used just simply the trend line, long-term trend line going back to 2009, 2008.
Look at that,
actually,
huh?
okay?
Yeah.
And I'll put up the gold, but here you can see how silver has not made it down there. But
like
on the gold busted through.
You showed me yesterday, yeah.
That's right, gold busted through, yesterday.
Okay.
So here's the weekly chart. And it just shows you,
Ooh, that's dangerous. Yeah. I remember looking at...
That's right.
Oh, that's dangerous.
So, week is over on Friday, but it's busted through.
Folks, you stay right there. Let's see, it's Wednesday. We're going to Newton, Massachusetts. Basil Chapman's going to be growling a problem with you folks, and then we'll find out who we're going to have at 12. David White at 3, and we'll be back here at 4.
Take care, folks. Have a great day.